Good morning, good afternoon, good evening, and or good night, depending on where you are in the world today. Welcome back to your Friday evening's entertainment. It is, of course, our Out of the Abyss hardcore 5e campaign. It's relevant to state that it's 5e now because we also do 2024 D&D content on the channel now. But this is episode 20 of our campaign. And we have recently suffered our first fatality. Without further ado, let me unmute the masses and let's get into the recap. We get into today's session. So consider yourselves unmuted, the masses, and let's jump into the stuff and things because we had a very heavy session last session.
Yeah.
Brutal. We had definitely had our first death though. That was exciting. You guys, I want to say I feel bad for you, but you guys just kind of were like, you know, you came across this like campfire of a situation, and you guys were just like, you know what, I'm gonna piss gasoline on it. Like, let's go. And I mean, what happened?
Leave us
right?
alone. We're new.
It's not going to get any better. Our
really...
intelligence did not get better with Harlow dying.
the average IQ of the party got down a bit, has it? How did you do with your stats on the new one? I didn't check actually. Is it all right?
I mean, I have 2 dump stats basically, but I mean the rest of them pretty good.
2 dump stats. Nice.
Wisdom and charisma. I don't think anyone in the group has good wisdom, honestly.
I got a 1.
Yep.
I think even the wisdom sporting character.
Sis has 1. Yeah. I've got none. Yep, our wisdom's Garbo.
I have a -1 wisdom.
Nice.
-1 in charisma.
Nice.
Aside from that, my other 4 stats are pretty good.
I got a 4 in charisma, so
I did roll an 18.
All right. Well, let's quickly recap the previous session. Sacrifices were made. Yep. Sacrifices were made. Yep. Sorry, I missed that. My bad. So yeah, you started the session essentially having dealt with the creatures in the garden. I think was where we were at. You essentially looted the stuff in the Garden of Horrors. You acquired some gear, some very nice gear actually, I want to say. +2 armor, +2 short sword, and a bag of holding. You also found within said bag a letter from Ilvara directing Xinaia, previously mulch, ground food, drow, in here to report to try and capture you, and then head to Mantol-Dereth. Yep. You found a key in the bag which will allow you access. You also found in there some rations, some coin, and some spell scrolls. You then made your way towards the inviting sound of merriment and procession that was coming from the larger area to the northeast of Neverlight Grove. And as you did so, the creatures that you had just laid to rest reanimated partially enough to join in the rousing choir of noise that was sort of steadily approaching your way. You saw basically a parade of creatures, plant creatures that were vaguely humanoids, and they were singing a song about Zuggtmoy and Araumycos, basically joining together in unholy demonic matrimony. And yeah, they were heading your way. You decided to head them off. stop them getting into the garden, and yeah, you did some nice AoE damage to them. You dealt with them pretty rapidly, and you did indeed get a wild magic surge during the fight. Happy days, we love wild magic. This is the older 5e wild magic surge, which is potentially slightly more negatively impactful than the new one, I might say. But yeah, you ended up getting levitate. You still heard chanting coming from inside the mushroom. Went to investigate. You got to see some pretty horrific stuff as you stepped inside. A vision, if you will, of a large bride about 4 stories high getting serenaded and dressed ready for a wedding. You then found out that that was all but a vision, and the reality of the situation was you were about to get flattered by all of the chamberlains and the bridesmaids of Zuggtmoy and Zuggtmoy herself, as you decided to repeatedly fireball the fuck out of everything, and I believe you did it twice.
I did, yep.
Just to make sure that you woke the sleeping giant, so to speak. It went badly. Yep, very, very badly. You realize pretty rapidly that a combination of the madnesses that you had received from the visions, which incapacitated, I think, initially 2 of you, and then longer term, just 1 of you, definitely didn't help. Although, in fairness, I think had Vallis not been incapacitated, I think your odds would have been pretty stacked against you, irrespective of that. However,
Yeah,
in the end,
he could have healed. That was
yeah, you might
That's
have
about it.
a
I
little
mean,
bit longer.
Harlow basically went down in almost 1 shot.
right. Exactly. There
Yeah.
would not been.
There was some like plant moving through plant shenanigans, and you managed to deal with them all, and they hurt quite a bit. And then Zuggtmoy came in with the pseudopod slaps, and they really hurt.
After a while, I felt like Holly was beating a dead horse by bringing me back up just before the boss's turn. I was like, oh god.
it was pretty heavy going. And in the end, Harlow essentially sacrificed themselves in an agreement with a particularly challenging persuasion roll that she would remain, the rest of the party should be allowed to go, and the queen said essentially, fine, you stay, they go, take the rest of the make sure you persuade Basidia's group to leave. That's the deal. And that's pretty much where we left things, with the surviving members of the group retreating out of the large mushroom area of the grove, and Harlow being impaled by the pseudopod-like tentacles of Zuggtmoy, Queen of Decay herself, and turning her into... Find out, perhaps he gets turned. But that's pretty much last session. Anything you guys need to add? Questions to be had?
If I ever have to fight these guys as Harlow, I want to do it.
Oh, you want control of the sheet?
I want control of Harlow. It's gonna be fun as fuck.
You did see that the yellow mold, the fungal growths and everything were almost instantly covering most of Harlow's features after she was taken by the queen, shall we say.
And she was meted.
Converted.
Decimated.
Cordycept.
Embraced? Maybe. Right, let's do this.
Assimilated.
Yeah.
That's actually a good. Yep.
The plant Borg. We can get rid of these turns. You will no longer be in turn order. Oh, I also did like a massive plant growth thing in the area, like 100 feet.
Yeah.
Where you were like heavily restricted in your movement.
Yeah, I could move like 5 feet per movement or 10 feet.
It wasn't difficult terrain. It was literally like, you basically for every 5 feet of movement you want to. No, sorry. Every 1 foot of movement you try to take takes 5 feet of your movement. Essentially, what it. It was rough.
I could basically take a step. That was it.
Except for the flying one, which was convenient.
Yeah.
Of a wild magic surge.
Correct.
It was. Yep. Boars will just see Helia running at him as fast as her little legs can make it through the thing. Traumatized, shaking, crying, and looking like she's about to vomit.
I believe she actually made you a path that you could walk on.
Yeah, the plant growth. I can't remember the name of it off the top of my head, but the plant growth effect will drop. And you will be able to move normally, although I think one of you there was a fog cloud as well put up.
I think it was on Sis. Like, I think it was literally right here.
Yeah.
So so
literally, Bors and Vallis have no clue what's just happened. As Helia is running.
You just hear Helia like crying and snotting and not a good time.
Let's assume then, if you will, that you make it like over towards the Death Garden.
Must have been up for something, because like I got his Healy aura up, so I feel like I had him up, but it don't matter.
Yeah, he took damage, which knocked him out of his paralysis.
Oh, that's right. Yep.
Which could have happened at the start, but you didn't know.
It don't matter. I could have just slapped him.
Yeah.
Yeah, we could have.
The more you know, right? Like, this is...
It wouldn't matter. I feel like Sis was here. I don't know. I don't know if we would have done that or not, but I think he would have also tried to throw himself into the fire for it, too. So it's like, all right. So we get the fuck out of there. I'm going to go to Helia as I'm still big and be like, we need go. We need to tell other mushrooms to go. We go.
Harlow is not with...
Not Harlow, I'm sorry.
No, you said Helia. Yeah, I'm just saying, Buzz will notice that Harlow is not with Helia.
Yeah, but she said, didn't Zuggtmoy say, like, you gotta go tell...
Yeah, so that was to Helia. You were, like, a ways away, dealing with Vallis.
Yeah, but as Helia's running up, she'll be, like, snotting and crying and be like, oh, what's that? Like, freaking out.
Say that. Now Boris is going to want to go back. You see, there was a good plan. I was ready to go.
She's dead, like, dead. Like, she'll be, like, describing it in pure detail, just trauma dumping. She's gone.
Kind of peek around the corner and see that she's not coming and be like, then we need to go. She make us path, we go.
Helia's just gonna cling to Bors because she doesn't have much movement. So she got little legs. Little legs don't go fast enough.
I'll click my fucking heels.
Boris only has levitate, not fly. So he's not going very fast as levitating either.
I only have 25 speed, okay? 25.
I can click my heels together in my speed boots and pick her up, and we can make some tracks. I don't know if Sis can keep up, but we'll say he takes a mini and goes in my pocket or whatever.
You're big, so I'd say you could probably just grab both of them and undo your
we got to
arms.
tell the mushrooms though.
Yeah.
And the NPCs. Jesus Christ. All right.
Well, the NPCs are left with the ship.
Mm-hmm. Now we got to get through the spider thing again.
I'll move Vallis up.
Fuck this shit, I'm out.
Yeah, I'm gonna go ahead and use my healing hands on myself, my lay on hands, because I haven't used that. And I am not resting until we get out of here, so 25, 40. Okay, that basically tops me off.
Okay.
How do I turn this aura off? That is my question.
I can do it.
Yeah. Okay.
Just reduce the circle radius to 0.
Oh, there it is. Yep.
As Helia's running past, she's just gonna say to the beige mushroom guy, just get the fuck out of this grove. Get a new grove. This one's gone. Get a new one. That's it. That's all she's saying as she goes fast. Just get a new one. You don't want this one, just leave it.
The Cydia will kind of like tilt his head in the way that like a dog does when you're kind of giving them instructions.
Should be yelling, demon. What is it? A demon? What? What is it? Fuck. My brain's not braining.
Zuggtmoy is Demon Lord.
Yeah, Demon Lord is what she'll be yelling. Pointing in the direction, Demon Lord, get a new grove. Don't want to be here.
Memagugoon.
Roll me a persuasion roll there, please. Oh yeah.
Oh my.
That's pretty persuasive. Yep.
It's that panic in her voice.
It's a legitimate panic is the thing. It's not like typical crazy panic. It's like, yo,
Yo,
get out of here.
Fuck out.
Something
it is
just happened.
time to go. Yep.
It's time to go.
At least she can still talk, because I was like, I don't know how I'm going to convince this dude to go. That's what I was thinking.
Oh, that's right. You're still dabbling, aren't you?
I think I might be technically, yeah.
Yep.
So, that whole
So I guess I didn't say any of that.
Actually,
I forgot about that. Yep.
Because mine was legit like 80 minutes, I think.
Yeah, it was a long last time.
Big, yeah. And I don't think a slap is going to cure it, so.
Test that out and I'll slap him.
The thing is, in your favor, the rapport spores are telepathic communication.
Oh, right, yep.
So it'd be hard to have like slack tongue in mind speak, I think. So you'll be able to communicate well enough within the range of the spores. Cydia will kind of tilt his head, as I said, like a dog listening for instruction, and he will seemingly pick up on some of the distress that you're showing, and will say that I will tell mine that we leave. We migrate to different grove. Danger too great here.
Helia's gonna be like, thumbs up. As long as they don't dance, you're good. No dance, no sing, you're good.
We know who to save and who is lost. At least this way not all will be lost. Go. We will migrate.
Migrate fast.
As there doesn't seem to be any real expression of like fear or any kind of emotional reaction in that sense from them, but you definitely get the impression that they have understood the dire straits that they find themselves in and will be doing as you say. You will be shown
I'm gonna get the fuck up out of here.
by Lubamub a different way out of the grove. A very hidden way that they will tell you that this is the way that their scouts and explorers travel, to be unseen. It will essentially negate much of the Silken Path's travel, and will bring you
When?
essentially after maybe half a day out to roughly where your boat is.
Where we leave, I don't remember. Did Stool want to stay here? Is this where he wanted to go?
Stool and Rumperdump are quite happy to leave with you. Although now that Basidia is leaving, I
just wanted to make sure because I know Sizz would ask at least about Stool.
Rumperdump will want to stay with like Lubmubs, Rasharu, and Basidia. Stool will they have stated that you are their new I can't remember the words used, but essentially you guys are the new family.
Colony. I don't know mushrooms
Colony.
actually.
Yep, that makes sense.
Hey, it's gonna be on Vallis's shoulder then.
Yep, for sure. He's a powerful weapon, being able to communicate with everyone without actually talking. If we could move quietly, it would be nice.
Okay.
I'm gonna get the fuck up out of here.
Yeah, is there anything you want to do in Neverlight Grove before you depart?
Stick a middle finger up at the colorful one before I leave. But...
I mean, it's like, we fought these things that totally fucked us up. Then we fought these other things. One of us dies. Like, get out. We need to go. We need to go.
Yeah, we're running. Like as fast as Alex can go.
As soon as the path is shown, we're out.
Received.
Yeah. The simple Grix nearly killed me. Like
we understood how fucked we were, how stupid we were.
This is what would have happened if we stayed like an extra round in Sloopladoop, right? Or Sloopadop. This just would have been that chaos. Yep. Mantol-Dereth, that's what it is. Okay.
Okay. In the half a day, give or take, that it takes you to travel back to the ship, I'm going to take a moment to switch camera over to a new face in the Underdark.
Character intro.
Let's just go with that. I have to try and make sure I remember this name.
Have fun.
Laritha.
Laritha.
After receiving your instruction from your, I don't want to say mentor because I feel like I'm directing your character too much. You can have them as a mentor if you wish to, but it could also easily just be a senior figure within your order. You are taken to the ruins, as discussed previously. You're taken to the ruins of this castle, where you are basically told that in order to carry out your task, you will be sent to find them. You are essentially given a group to accompany you. However, they are not of your order. There are a couple that have the obviously recognizable Harper pins. There are a couple of other individuals there that you don't see any obvious signs of symbology or recognition. They're certainly not from your order, and they probably aren't of the Harpers either. Your group will stand the center of a very, very old-looking circle of magic inscribed upon the floor, and upon activating, the usual kind of rise of energy, the hum of this magical release, this burst of power, and heavily kind of metal tinted tang in the air will kind of zap you essentially briefly out of existence, and you will reform, if you will, in a very dark, dank, kind of very musty smelling area. Unbeknownst to you, the activation of this circle did not go entirely to plan. You find yourself stood in ruins that appear to be even more ancient. The area around you is very, very slightly lit up by this green aura, this bioluminescence, and these spores float in clouds in the entirety of the vicinity around these ruins. These ruins, by the way, as I've said, are much more ancient than those of the castle that you left, perhaps hundreds of years more. But you find yourself alone. Luckily, the lake mentioned in your instructions is not too far. Have a heading. You are alone. You make way along the coast of the lake for perhaps a day or two. Follow the instructions you were given. You will eventually come across this damned crevice. Looks to go for miles deeper into the surrounding earth. The green glowing spores seem to have thinned somewhat in this area, and the lake doesn't seem to penetrate down into this crevasse either. However, you do see a myriad of webs crisscrossing this crevasse as far as you can. Not too far away, you will also see the very odd sight of a large seagoing vessel, a trimaran, a three-hulled ship. I think it's a trimaran.
Yeah, it's try something. You're right.
Which has sails. You may or may not know that this is an unusual thing for vessels of the Dark Lake to have, as there is no breeze with it. For them to function down here. There is a camp nearby, and there are a couple of shapes moving around the vicinity of said camp. I assume you approach.
I will say, I certainly have a torch as well, because I went from one character without dark vision to another character without dark vision. So that's
so
also
your approach is quite obvious then.
Yes, it's quite obvious because I do have a torch out.
Wouldn't be a drow then, because they wouldn't be fucking using a torch.
Yeah.
How's that at least?
You approach the camp, and it does look as though there are a couple of individuals seated around a small campfire. Give me a perception check as you approach.
Boop.
Oh,
Yay.
Fantastic.
Off to a great start.
I'm assuming you're leading with your torch, like you have it held up against you so you can see in front of you. Okay. As you are sort of making your way, I'm assuming you're not being stealthy in your approach, like obviously you have a torch, but you're not trying to maybe hide. Up to you. I should stop assuming and ask you, how are you approaching?
Stealthing up on a camp is dangerous for me, so I would not be doing that. I would make myself known as I'm approaching.
Okay. You take a couple more steps towards the camp, and as you're about to announce your presence, make yourself known, ahead of you there is a visible kind of like a very brief distortion in the way your light reflects around the surroundings, and your torch will immediately be engulfed and extinguished. And ahead of you, your hand feels stuck within a surface of some kind.
Ah, damn. What the hell is this?
I know who that is.
Yank my hand out.
Give me a strength check. You can give me athletics if you want to, if that's better.
Yeah.
Okay. You'll manage to sort of yank your hand out of wherever it was and look and see that your gloves, they've taken some damage, like slight erosion damage, and your torch will not come with your grip. The torch, in fact, begins to kind of slowly move deeper inside this random surface that you have encountered, and you will hear within your mind. I don't even remember what voice I was doing for Pablo. I think regular one. Are you friend?
Well, if you're not evil, I'm not going to harm you.
What is evil?
If you don't mean me ill will, I don't mean you ill will. What are you?
There'll be a pause, and then there'll be kind of like this shiver as the surface in front of you shimmers slightly, and you can make out the rough outline of a gelatinous cube. And it will again say in your mind, I am a Glabagool.
I am a Laritha.
You are...
Looking for someone. Someone's.
For yourself or for someone else?
Someone else.
Who?
I'm not sure you know their name. I'd be surprised if you did. Sir Laniver Strail.
Do they keep slaves?
Oh, gods no.
You can go to the fire. And the shimmering will kind of like move out of the path in front of you.
Can I, have my torch back?
It might not be... Yes? And there will be like a... as this half acidically chewed torch, dissolved in places, will be spat out in front of you. It's made from organic matter, right? Like, it's gonna start jumping on it.
Hey, you can have it back. Push it back into it.
Gross. Thank you.
Yeah. Thank you.
Here, let me give you this. And there'll be a... as a rock, very smooth rock, lands in front of you.
Thanks. I could throw this quite nicely.
Gifts have been exchanged. We are friends.
Okay. 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 Okay.
Welcome to the Underdark.
I will pick up the rock and put it in the pouch.
Right. At the campfire, there is a curious collection of individuals, as I try to recall who we've got left. There are the twins. There is Derendil. Eldith? Did we lose Eldith, or is Eldith still around?
Eldith is still there.
Yeah. We lost Jim Jar's still there.
Jimjar is, Shushar is.
And Shushar is, as is the half-drow baby.
Oh, yeah.
Outside of that, yeah, I'm trying to think where the best place to do that. I think if I have a quick look here, Eldith, Shushar, Jimjar, Topsy-Turvy, Derendil, and Talindra, half-elf. That's who we have left. So they will be seated around the fire. Jimjar will pipe up. Who are you?
My name is Laritha. I'm looking for a group of escaped slaves.
Huh. You working for the drow?
Hells no.
What's your business with them slaves?
Here to act as an escort. They're needed topside.
You know the way Sunnyside.
I'm with the Order of the Gauntlet, if you've heard them.
Yes, I have. Well, we're a group of slaves. Just,
Are you a group of slaves that have seen some shit?
Huh. Lady, I bet money you ain't seen some of the shit we've seen.
Then it seems I was led in the right direction.
We just making camp, waiting on some of our pals. They're doing some digging into some stuff. Keeping an eye on the boat.
Mind if I wait with you?
Gonna kind of look around. As long as you ain't starting shit, you can shed a fire. Labago seems to think you're okay.
Yeah. We exchanged gifts. She looks confused.
Ah. He gave you anything good?
Nice looking rock.
Oh. One of my pals got a... Shit, was it a mace? Yeah. I got a magic mace from him when we met him.
I think he still has that mace too in him.
No. Oh.
Yeah, he did, because that's the thing
what
holding
we
him
used
to the
tell
boat.
him.
Yep.
Yeah.
Because we couldn't figure out how to keep him on the boat without melting us. So, yeah,
It'd be
it's
like,
still in there.
We had to give him back though, so we had to do with some creative. Well, anyway, yeah. Tell us a bit about yourself whilst we're waiting, which is where you can describe your character.
Laritha is a brass dragonborn. She stands about just under 6'10", and she doesn't wear armor, but she carries a nice giant axe with her. Not a whole lot to say right now, honestly.
Okay. So you'll spend a couple of hours basically at the campfire, shooting the shit with the people there. You'll find out like their names, a little bit about them, and then, as I say, about 2 hours after that, the group, the small party from Neverlight Grove will arrive.
Screaming and running.
Yeah, they
Still?
look as though they have
You
been
haven't
in
worn yourself out.
They look pretty rough from what you can see. Some of them a little bit worse for wear than others. There are... Wait, let me think. There's 4 of you?
3. Well, 4 if you include in stool.
Yeah, so I was including stool. So... you were expecting there to be at least one other person. At least one other person. But... They look very... in fact, give me an insight check there.
Off to a
Okay.
great start.
Yeah, they look very
There's
rough,
that-
rushed, perhaps. I don't know. Hard to say. It's difficult to get a read on them. Especially one of them who just seems to be babbling. Like... if I said it was 2 hours, that's your 80 minutes gone, right?
Yeah.
Yep.
But yeah, you guys will approach the campfire. New face there, big ass, thick-thighed, dragonborn lady. Like, not even kidding.
It's funny looking up images for dragonborn women. It's the theme was thick thighs saves
Thick
lives.
thighs, yep.
Hell yeah, gonna be like looking up at her like, what the fuck is today? Like she's traumatized and suddenly there's this dragon lady here and she's like, she just got no words.
She's just sitting there cross-legged at the campfire staring.
Yeah, I'm gonna walk into camp and see Jim Jar and be like, "Is boat ready? We need go now."
Yep. What?
Yes, she dead. We need go now. We got another lemon gagoon.
Oh shit! Another one?
A lady one, and
A
she
worse
just
one.
oh.
It take Harlow. She gone. We need go.
Oh, okay. Yeah.
Fire didn't kill it.
2 fires didn't kill it. We need go.
We
That
picked
explains the math.
we picked up another one. Nod to
She slave. She drow captive.
Nope.
Nope. She from some order on the surface side say she here to provide a escort for Sunnyside.
Do you know how to get out?
What she says.
Jim Jar, you believe her?
Order of what?
He's gonna
The
flip a
gauntlet.
coin, catch it, look at it. He doesn't commit one way, just like, nah. Yeah, you can give me history checks if you want. To see if you know what the order of the gauntlet
Hell, you
is.
might be in a bit of a state that she might not know, so.
We in for a balls special? Nope.
That was Vallis.
Oh, okay.
Gotta
my
remember,
bad.
if it's the plus, it's always
Yeah,
Vallis.
okay, my bad.
Here it
Come on,
comes.
boys, let's go.
Yeah, that's
Aw.
We all traumatized.
Yeah, hell yeah, it might be something you've heard of by name, but a little more than that. Boars and Vallis? Nope.
I'm just dumb. It's just trauma, but I'm also just dumb. So
It's not where your obscure knowledge lies.
I've heard of it, but right now I can't tell you what it does.
okay, well, we leaving. So you coming, or you want to die? Because you stay here, you die.
I'm acting as escort, so I'm coming with if you'll have me.
That's only one.
I'll be like, I mean, I
I'm-
guess
I'm
it's
gonna-
space now, like, yeah.
I'm gonna prepare Glubgul. She's gonna go and you'll just see her like Glubgul spit out the handle and she's like tying it up and then tying Glubgul to the boat. Literally.
This
tying.
whole operation just going on so we can leave. Bors will hold his hand out and be like, "Me, Bors."
Lyritha,
Hell yeah.
that's Hanax.
Bors try to remember, but might take time.
Vallis.
You've had that value.
And Stool.
Yes.
He'll do a little nod, but he can't speak, so, yeah.
He's probably still traumatized himself.
Yeah, a little bit.
I'll pull out the sun
Selective
sword
mutism.
and blast and be like, "This dawn, she bring us sun." And
Oh.
put it back.
Pretty.
Yeah, pretty awesome.
Just pretty fucking
We go.
strong, yeah.
Yeah, pretty
I'll pull out
great.
my great axe. I'm like, this is a big fucking axe. And I put it back.
I used to be lumberjack. I like axes too. Shiny tree magic give me. That's why I have a sword now. But it not work against demons, so we need go.
Oh.
Well, I mean, it might have, but I'm gonna basically explain to everybody what happened. Like, hey, the whole madness thing hit
As we're getting ready to go.
Yeah, like, listen, guys, like it went bad for our very low wisdom team, and it probably will again. Is what I'm getting at.
Okay.
Now there's two of them. Is the fucking thing. That's two of them down here. And she's getting married. She's gonna have a whole fucking fungus army.
Yeah,
Cute.
it doesn't look good. The other thing as well is, Loop-de-Dop's on the eastern side of the Dark Lake. Neverlight Grove is on the western side of the Dark Lake. That's like a large chunk of the Underdark, essentially under, well, not control, but under the
Demonic
influence
yeah.
of two separate demon lords. And
So far, I would say it's the less advanced civilizations, though. You know, that's what it's looking like.
Give me
Not good,
you can all give me a history check. It's quite an obscure.
That was worse.
Okay, it's quite an obscure thing to perhaps know about. So
Oh, not for the harp.
it's gonna be a difficult check. So it's gonna be obscure.
Oh my
I'm gonna roll a
God.
crit. First roll I do.
Let's go.
Uh,
I need to get bad rolls out, so it's a good thing I got two characters to roll on today.
Lyritha. They've mentioned two demon lords. From your understanding, there are at least 8.
Makes sense. I have some stuff in religion too.
Whether or not they're all involved or not, like, I mean, that's a reach, but there's 2 here. There's 8 of them. And the 2 that have been mentioned don't really have anything to do with each other. Like, none of their spheres of influence overlap.
Okay, so 2 of the 8 demon lords are awake.
And
Is
here.
that what I'm catching?
Yeah. 2 of them are here in the Underdark, most definitely where they are not supposed to be.
I need to get you all to Sir on the boat.
I just want to
then.
get the fuck out of here.
Yeah.
I'll explain as we go.
Oh, and I also tell Vallis will let the group know he's got the key to Mantol-Dereth now, so we can get in.
Oh, and half that grove is fucked. Under the demon. The other non crazy ones, they're leaving. So they're running.
Shusha will pipe up and let you know that you're looking at about a 10-day get to Blingdenstone. Whereas to get to because you don't know exactly where Mantol-Dereth is, but to get to the rough area of Mantol-Dereth, you're looking at maybe 20-30 days journey.
I'm on a time crunch.
We go
Yeah, you-
Blingdenstone, then Mantol-Dereth.
You're the one who say you know how to get out, so you tell us where we go.
I need to get all of you to. It was gone to Grim, right?
Yes.
I need to get you all to gone to Grim.
I don't know what that is.
On the map.
No, it's not on the map. Gracklestug's on the map. But yeah.
That's where Edith's not Edith. Eldith.
Eldith. Topsy, Kirby, Topsy. Shit, which one? Oh, Topsy will kind of pipe up and be like, there are ways up, I think, in Blingdenstone. But you'll go in there when we make sure, me and my brothers, we won't go with you.
Okay.
But we don't want to go to the surface anyway. Not good for us. But Blingdenstone might have tunnels to the surface.
Might is better than having to wait 30 days for a potential might as well, so.
That's fine with me. We go.
Well, I've got.
We gotta bring something.
I don't think my. No, I've got one. I've got a Johnny Rowboat in my robe of patches that I could pull out for them if they like. So they have their own boat. Yeah, so they can have their own boat.
Who had
12 long though.
Who had the ring from the Wallstone tunnels that you got from the incredibly annoying hand that slapped the shit out of people?
It's in a bag of holding. I can't remember whose.
Gotta be yours because we got the other one yesterday.
Yeah, then
Or not yesterday, the last session.
be mine.
Because that was to be taken essentially to Blingdenstone. Is that what you were talking about? Someone was saying we've got a thing to take, and I'm pretty sure that was...
that's the
Yeah, that's the.
we took it from the super
yeah.
slapper. Yep.
Yep.
The hand that
Super
slapped.
slapper.
Yeah, I remember that.
the most aggressive, like... I think,
Yeah.
what's it called? A creepy
Crawling hand, I
crawling
think it's
hand?
just called.
I don't know, man, but it was vicious. It was
And it's like it just
big and
punches and
It
claws.
bitch slapped, yeah.
It's like +4, and it was just like, okay, yeah, that's more than enough to hit you guys.
So once we're on the boat and we're moving, I'll start explaining what my situation is.
Okay, yeah, go for it.
So here's what I know. There's some hearings above that shit's going down here. And they're curious as to what.
Yep.
They right, yeah, they right.
Yes.
My mentors
Slays,
are-
demon lords, it's struts.
Huh. My mentor, Sir Laniver, has heard of the lot of you and wants to speak to you before he has to go to a summit in about a month's time.
We famous.
Yeah. Not sure this is something I want to be famous for, though.
Why are we famous?
Because you've witnessed all of this. Because you have trauma. You're famous because of
I get to write songs about this, is what I get to do.
It's unfortunate that one of your group is gone now.
Yeah, she's strong. She be missed. But it's okay.
Respect.
We give her a proper burial thing when we go up top. Because that, well, actually, I don't know if we have anything of hers, but that's okay.
I've got her original weapon.
And she said something, but I don't. She didn't say it to me. I remember there was something. Someone. I don't remember what it was.
I can't fucking remember.
And apparently, I didn't hear it. So it's all on you, Helia. You're gonna have to remember it. Our poor Harlow is gonna be forever haunting you if we actually kill her.
Dang, I'm trying to see the thing.
She told me to run. I know that much.
Yeah. Supposed to tell someone something, but first off, we gotta get out of the fucking Underdark for that to happen. So yeah.
You're asking a person with terrible memory to remember something.
You're the closest one, that was all.
Like IRL.
Yeah,
Terrible
I know.
memory.
Oh, no.
I know.
That was an actual backstory for her too.
Fate.
Fate.
Okay.
She would have done good.
Guys, bolt of inspiration just struck me. All we have to do is find the deck of many things again, flip the right card, and Harlow, the whole Carlo situation will be all right. Now we got to make sure we word it right and say that she never got captured, or else she's just going to unspawn right in front of Zuggtmoy and get taken over.
Just appear in front of you.
Yeah,
As
we could do this
as the maiden of honor, like fucking.
Just oh shit, just yeah.
What in the hell am I wearing? So that's why I'm here, to escort you to Contogrim.
I mean, this is the best destination we've had, so that worked for me.
All right.
Plus, without Harlow, we need more. We need more beef. We need more front line. So yes, this would be good.
Topsy's gonna.
How do you know I'm not a
pipe up.
caster?
Like, if you're definitely going there, you need to know something.
Oh no, I don't like this.
He's gonna look like down at the bottom of the at the deck of the boat. Like, we left because of we were my brother and I have a affliction. And been lucky enough not to show it to anyone here yet, but we are we're were creatures, and there are others like us in Lingdenstone that run in packs, and control some of the streets there. We were part of the Gold Whisker clan, but we left. We didn't want to be a part of that life anymore. That's why we won't go back. You can find what you need there, but you need to know what is there.
Good to know.
Okay. Was easier than I thought.
I mean, you haven't nibbled on anyone here, have you?
Yeah, I'm just kind of like, I'm not like I'm thinking back. It's like it really wouldn't have come in handy anywhere. You know what I mean? Like them being werewolves or were creatures. So it's kind of like whatever. I understand why you're hiding it. It's like okay, just don't do what Buppito did. They'll go crazy on us.
Oh, no, it's not quite like that. Where the creatures that we turn into are kind of rat-like. It's definitely not.
You see?
Definitely not like that. But we can maintain some kind of control, but we don't want to go back there. The closer we get to the city, the more likely it is that we find ourselves having like a transformation. Something about that place encourages the change.
Is there a place along the way we could drop you off that would be safe?
We will leave next time we make camp. This is probably about halfway along the journey. And if you would give us a boat, we would take it.
We do have 2 boats technically, don't we?
Yeah.
Well, they technically have 2 boats, don't they?
Yeah. We've got 2 boats.
Yeah, because we had our
Because-
first one,
Ruby
and then we
Light.
changed it.
No, we've got
No, we
like
got the other
3. We've got the patch, but we've got 2 boats because we've got this. Our
Oh,
original
you still
boat.
have the original boat?
Yeah,
Yeah.
we attached it to that boat. We've been
Yep.
'Cause we
got
weren't
like
sure.
a tow line going. Okay.
Well, we haven't used the patch yet, right? So
No.
that's the oh shit, we fell into the fucking lake. Quick, hell yeah, throw it out before we sink to
Yeah.
drown.
It's a 12-person one. It's a
Hell
12
yes.
row one.
Yeah. So even all this heavy armor, well, my heavy armor ass can fit in there. And well, actually, most of our NPCs would be able to, I think.
Thank you.
Well, then the sooner we get topside, the better.
Thank you for not trying to kill us or throw us in the lake or worse.
You're not attacking anyone. I don't care.
I'll write a song about it. Anything to get rid of this drama.
Distractions.
Yeah, it kind of pales in comparison to losing Harlow, if I'm 100% honest.
Yeah, they just picked a good time to share. Like, yep.
Our emotional fuel tanks have already been emptied, so I have no rage to give. It's like, I've not had any issues with were creatures, to be fair. So now, if Brad was in this campaign, that man, fucking, I don't know what it is with his were creatures, but
We're creatures fine. Rugs, different story.
yeah, yeah.
Next boss, wear rug.
I was real short aside here. And when we were finishing up Curse of Strahd, there was a rug that I was really hoping you were going to walk onto. You were in prime position. I was like, she's going to do it. She's going to do it. And then you guys were like, you know what? We're going to go upstairs. I'm like, fuck. It was right there. It was right there. I think your dex was insane and it wouldn't have mattered, but I just wanted to trigger it. I was like, all right.
You're like, trigger Sammy's trauma.
Yeah.
Trigger the phobia.
It was right there.
It's happened twice already.
Mhm.
Let's do it again.
It's been too long.
Mm-hmm.
Literally, we were in Lime's game the other day, and I'm like, I don't want to go on the rug. Like, it's just sus now. Every time I see a rug, instant flashbacks.
Yeah, it's kind of funny. Just like that. Autopilot, avoid the rug.
I'll be right back.
I'm just expecting it to try
We
and
can take a break
suffocate me
now.
now.
Good point.
Yeah,
Right,
sounds good.
Traveling. Yep, we'll take a quick break. I will update the thing. And yeah, we'll be back in 5, guys, before we get to Blingdenstone. Of what? The
They
rug?
didn't level after Neverlight, did they?
plus plus 5 thigh strength. Yep. Specifically in that area. The ability to crush watermelons.
I sent you the pictures. All the pictures were like, damn.
Mm-hmm.
And back. Sass, did you get blasted by snow?
Not a whole lot actually. Not this last time around.
Is
It was
it
worse last
fucking
week.
sub freezing?
Cold as fuck.
Okay. my chicken coop is so fucking disgusting because they can't leave. So it's just like you got to clean it every goddamn day because it's just shit inside it. It's a little thing.
Yeah.
Fucking bird, and it's cold, so it sucks. It's so cold that the eggs freeze sometimes. It's like, oh my god.
Now that I don't have any magical weapons, I'm eyeing that magic mace that's inside Clavicle.
I was actually gonna ask, did you get any magic items to come in or not?
Nah.
No? Oh my gosh. Hardcore, baby. I think in the new rules, it's actually like, I think they have an actual list. Like, if you're coming in, this is like what you should come in with all that and whatnot. I think it's like magic items or gold or some stuff.
It's all good. I'm a barbarian. I don't need much.
Yeah.
Just me and my axe.
We'll get you an upgrade. Hopefully. You're gonna
What
need
is
magic
that?
if we're fighting fucking glabagools or whatever.
What is that mace that Clavicle has in them? Green
I think
flame
it's
mace?
Yeah, I think it's legitimately just like
It's a
mace.
magical weapon, but it's just a
Yeah.
mace that you can
Yeah.
turn into a torch.
Mm-hmm.
And it does fire damage, I think, instead of regular. When the
I think you
light's active.
activate it to
One.
turn. Yeah.
I think I saw 1 damage.
Oh yeah, it does 1 fire damage, doesn't it, when the mace heads
Mhm.
on, or whatever. So you roll. So it's, I guess technically, when the mace heads on, it's a +1. But yeah.
It's cold in here. I
Got my-
realized I have not played a barbarian since the first D&D character I ever played. Not in 5e anyway, or in like regular D&D. Played a Pathfinder barbarian, that was it. First ever character was a barb.
Pathfinder Barbarian's a little bit different too, isn't it?
Mm-hmm.
The rage is like, well, the whole damage system is different, and AC and all that shit. So
Yeah, you don't get damage resistance until like way later on as well.
Yeah, it's like you can like, at least when I played the game, it's like you could pick different effects like +1 to hit or whatever when you're rage and shit like that.
Yeah, these like different style of feats. More like maneuvers as opposed to feats kind of thing. Although it was fun playing the Giant Slayer Barbarian for Pathfinder. Because you grow twice your size when you rage. You can carry around a weapon that's twice your size as well.
Shadow of the Colossus.
Hmm?
Yo, do we level yet? Like, what's up?
Oh, actually,
I think I asked that when you stood up too.
oh, I'm sorry. I must have taken my headphones off. I could hear people talking, but I didn't.
God damn, we lost a character, faced a demon lord.
Yeah,
Like,
like,
And you didn't get to level.
that's hardcore, baby.
because you guys are level
Five,
5
six.
or
No,
6?
six. I got my auras. I am multi-classing in a fighter, though.
Get that faction surge.
Let me just check, because I think you're supposed to level. It's kind of awkward. It doesn't give you the characters should be this level when they leave kind of shit on some of them, because you can potentially go in different directions, right?
I have less to worry about with leveling now. Less to think about.
Yep.
So I'm not like, what spell am I going to take? What spells do this do? What's the spell?
My thought
I can only
process
take the
was,
spell.
as my thought process on Tuesday with Caesar, just take champion. I crit on 19s. Cool. That's easy. I don't gotta think. Just let it do its thing. Although I bet that fucking sheet ain't gonna figure it out.
Yeah, you guys can level.
Hell yeah. I did absolutely nothing. I can level. Let's go.
Sorry, my bad. I just had to see where we were. Oh wow, nice.
Not bad.
Let's go. +4. No biggie.
Casual 74 health. Didn't roll that great for health for her, actually.
Oh my god.
Overall,
Oh, fucking hallelujah.
ooh.
59 HP. I'm getting there.
Let Sis roll his when he's
Yeah, I'm not gonna.
around.
And I get a new fighting style and action. Or I don't get action surge yet.
My love, you are gonna
Level 2.
level.
But I can heal myself for 10 as a bonus action. 10 + 1.
Nice.
Because it called. Second wind.
Harlow taught you some things before she died.
Yeah, apparently. Your essence has infused with me. I will be
You
the
are
Harlow.
inspired.
Yeah, the Harlow 2.0. I saw the crazy crit on your action surge, and I was like, "Hold up, I need to get
How do
there."
I do that?
Yeah, that was something. That's my whole build. Like I'm just waiting to do that.
Although, wait.
AC's 21 now.
Damn.
Actually, if this is hardcore, I think I read something that might. You must have a charisma score and a strength score of 13 or higher in order to multi-class in or out of this class.
My God. I'm stuck as a paladin. All right.
You're stuck as a paladin. Sorry. If it's hardcore rules.
Mm-hmm. I don't even know what I fucking get then. Let's see.
That takes you guys to level 6, right?
7.
7.
7.
Okay, perfect. That's exactly where you need to be. Good. I'm pretty sure I did say before, is like once you're done with the Grove, we'll level you up. I just completely
I don't know
forgot
that
to.
was said. I would remember that shit.
Okay. I mean, it'll be in the notes, right? If it
Wouldn't
was
there?
dead, right?
There, now it's in there.
God damn it, I was just about to do that. I was just about to do it and be like, look, it's right there.
I wrote down Zang did not say we leveled.
I'll be right back.
Beat you to it. Yep, no magic items and a whopping 15 gold.
Check that out.
Very thirsty.
Automatic 4
I'm
damage.
going to be peeing a lot tonight.
Automatic what?
Automatic 4 damage.
I haven't drunk a lot today.
I think, anyways. I'm gonna have to frighten it. Never mind. That's irrelevant. I can't frighten anything with my fucking 10 whatever spell casting thing is.
I get Feral Instinct.
It's not even 10. Jesus.
So advantage on
It should level you up to
Initiative.
7. Yep.
if I'm surprised at the start of combat, I'm not incapacitated, I can act normally on my turn.
I
If
like the way they
reach
do
first.
surprised in the new rules, not gonna lie. It solves any confusion and... What? Get more HP.
Don't knock getting an extra spell. And I can move half my speed when I enter rage as a bonus action.
Oh.
It's part of the bonus action.
Oh, like as an extra movement? Not
Yeah.
like you get half of it.
So I can move 20 feet and then have my 40 feet.
Nice. Kind of crazy. We do get ad revenue and stuff, Rock. But we do have the option to enable memberships, which so that people can support.
Average health. Poor Helia and her health.
I mean, that's above average for D8. Oh no, it's bang on, right?
It's
Yep.
being on you.
Bang on. Alright. Woo. Okay, so you got a new spell, you got new abilities, movement abilities.
It's irrelevant. I can't do that because I have to make something frightened of me, so don't worry about what I got.
It's an easy level to level at least.
I did get one more spell slot, so you should be afraid of that.
Okay. Okay, so halfway to Blingdenstone, the twins are going to say their farewells. They're going to take, if it's allowed, they'll take the boat. The bigger boat that you started off with might be a bit much for the two of them to manage, but they'll happily take your patch boat. Well, no, the patch boat can be managed by 2 people. The other one is... Well, fine. They'll take the other one then. They'll take one of your boats, and they will wish you all farewell. But as they depart, Popsy will say, when they were last in Blingdenstone, what are they called? The King and Queen, or yeah, Chief Dorbo and Quartermaster Seni are essentially the king and the queen of Nefeblin civilization down here. They are king and queen in all but title, and they have dealings with several settlements around the Underdark as well as Gontalgrim that they trade with. those places. Mantol-Dereth is on the surface. I mean, it's a dwarven settlement, so it's as on the surface as a dwarven settlement would be. If you catch my meaning, but yeah, they will be the ones that could probably help you. Others may know the ways, but they're the king and queen. They will definitely know ways to help you. But be careful, because my people don't trust anyone else.
Are they like you?
They look like us, yeah.
I mean, bear creatures.
Oh. Some of them are the Gold Whiskers. They're a clan that are all were-rats. But not all Snowfeblin are were-rats. But if you get on oh god, so many new names. If you get on Gold Whisker's good side, he might be able to show you a way. He knows lots of secrets and tunnels, but be careful getting close to their territory. They are, well, very aggressive. Not always. She's gonna like flash a sideways look at her brother, but not always in control of their faculties.
Sometimes losing control can be an advantage.
Yeah, but they can bite you and turn you into a rat.
Fair.
I don't want to be rat.
It'd be really weird to be a dragonborn who turns into a rat.
Yes.
I'm not sure how the scales and the hair would mix.
You would be big.
Big rat. Nah, I like being a dragonborn.
But be careful.
You too. Stay safe.
Thank you for looking after us. Okay. Sorry, the dog's being a pain in the dick. The journey from this point onwards is likely to be taken on foot. So, are you taking anyone with you this time?
Those who want to go to the top side, I assume.
Yeah, right. We might not be coming back.
Prince Darendil, Eldith.
Darendil is very keen to see his kingdom again. He would happily come with you.
Jimjar, if he's willing.
Jimjar's
He's a snuff nebula.
rock gnome. Yeah, okay. I was saying, like, what you think of this place? Because he didn't want to come here, did he? From what I recall.
We double check. Pretty sure he's happy to go wherever.
Yeah, I think he went. I don't. Yeah, that might be it. Actually, he just didn't have a specific spot, which was weird because he was a rock gnome. Everyone else wanted to go home. You know what I mean?
No, he's a deep gnome. Sorry.
Oh, deep gnome.
Yeah.
Yep.
Right. That's what I meant.
So he's. I think that's exactly what. Yeah, that's what the twins are as well. So he's the same as them, basically. He's a deep gnome or snuff nebulin, whatever you want to call them. That's the same thing. Bapido was a Darrow. So he was like.
Yeah.
Underdark halfling, essentially.
Mm-hmm.
So
Straight up fucking crazy.
I
would also explain that to our new friend that one of our companions went fucking crazy, so watch out for that too.
Sounds exciting.
Yeah, his whole people go crazy, so I don't know. Oh shit! Hang on. Okay. So as I'm explaining, I'm gonna stop and I'm gonna think. I'm be like, I wonder if something happened there too. Now is what I'm starting to think. Like, we just kind of left. Is what I'm like.
I missed that. Sorry, with who? With Pepito?
I was explaining to her that his people were crazy and everything. Like we've been attacked. Then like I did the inside check, and I'm thinking like maybe something else was in those tunnels. Like it's like maybe there is another demon there. Is what I'm starting to think because like the craziness was getting worse,
Yeah.
not better. I was like, okay.
Everything's going to shit.
Yeah, now that we know there's 8 of them, right? It's like, okay, yeah, maybe something was going on over there.
I don't like it. I want to go home now.
Jimjar is happy to go to Blingdenstone. He might stay there. He might come with you. Like, not sure.
Shushar is the only one we really don't know.
Shusha is happy to stay with the boat, and he will
can
say,
have the boat if we're
he will basically say, if you're not coming back, then this is where I belong.
Shushar.
The Jimjar will go. Derendil will go. Glabagal will. I mean, if you don't mind taking Glabagal, Glabagal will go.
I'll protect Glabagal. Be ride or dies.
I have new friends in Glabagal,
and
so
I can't remember her name. I'm gonna have to write it down. Kalindra. She'll come with
to the top side. Holy cow!
half drow.
She's half drow, right? Yeah.
Oh, that's fair.
So yeah, basically, the twins will go on their own boat. Stool will come with you because he doesn't care. You're his family, essentially.
His circle.
Glabagal will come with, because he doesn't know any different, and
Yeah.
why not?
So can we keep the flame like in there going so people can see him coming, or does that damage him? Yeah, that's on the mace.
Oh, the mace does 1 fire damage.
Well, he's not got infinite HP, right? That's my. I don't want to kill him.
Keeping the flame ignited would probably hurt him.
Okay, well.
We need to get some like non-biodegradable glitter, and just pack him full of glitter.
This would be a good time. What is that fucking? You can like light a rock up and make it magical or whatever for a sling. There's a druid cantrip. I feel like for it. No, it's not light. It's like you can turn.
Continuous flame.
That's a level 2 spell.
Shillelagh?
Oh, I'm gonna go find it. Give me druid cantrips, you fools.
It's not druidcraft, is it?
No, it's not something magic stone. You'd not use it.
Oh.
You'd never use it. I'm just the only reason I know about it is because Givmig used it, and he's Givmig, so yeah.
He's Givmig.
Yeah. Him and Brad, so yeah. I don't know how long it lasts, but that
you could fill him up with rocks.
Yep, we just want him to stick out enough so no one runs into him by mistake. We don't want no accidents.
Okay.
Here.
Glabagal will pick up a couple of rocks and they'll get position inside him so that they look like 2 eyes and a mouth.
Excellent.
I love it.
Easiest way I can think of doing that, so he's pretty obvious.
I still like the glitter ghoul idea.
The glitter ghoul.
If we could get some glitter, yeah.
The rest of the week's journey will be on foot, essentially towards Blingdon. You'll bid farewell to your boat. You'll bid farewell to Twins and Shusha. Everyone else is coming with. And you will continue your journey towards Blingdenstone. This route, very quickly becomes almost like a proper road, like a well-traveled route, which is a bit unusual given that most of the journey through the Underdark thus far has been through a myriad of tunnels and odd outcroppings and various different things. But this is almost like a structured settlement. There are definite trade roads
Anytime Helya finds a stick or something, she's gonna like hand it to Glabagul. She's constantly gonna like pick up shit and give it to Glabagul. Things he can eat, like things he can eat, but also just slowly like giving him shit. Keeping the cube happy.
A lot of dirt,
right?
a lot of rocks, maybe some mushrooms.
I'm laughing for stupid reasons. Just never mind. You said structured settlement, and I was like, first thing in my head.
I'm like, I get it. Is this
Fucking
what's this?
J.G. Wentworth.
Oh,
It's a
lawyer thing.
commercial.
It's one of our.
It's a lawyer thing.
okay. It's over the top of my head. I'm like, I have no clue what you're on
It's a
about.
U.S. thing.
I'm
It's
like,
called J.G. Wentworth.
I'm like, what the fuck did I miss? What did I do? Fair enough.
It was all over in the 90s, early 2000s.
Oh, like a infomercial type, not infomercial, like a
Yeah.
yeah.
Literally, like, well, not
Mhm.
it's like a commercial.
Cheesy commercial shit. Yep. Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah. I have a structured settlement. I need cash now. Yep, that's right.
Yep.
That's what it is. Yep. Now I remember.
That's
it all.
why I
Yep.
started. That's why I started cracking up.
Completely
I
innocent. I'm
do
sorry.
remember that. That was so dramatic. God, 90s commercials were the best.
Some of them were a little bit out there, man. Like,
Oh, definitely.
I mean, like 90s cartoons. Like,
Well, yeah, but yeah. Great. You know, they all had great theme songs. That's why you remember them. Right?
Yep.
That's
It's
it.
my money and I need it now.
I need it now. Yep. Always the now. Like, do you understand what we're saying? We can get it for you today.
I was telling Lucy that McDonald's restaurants when we were little used to have playgrounds on it, and she looked at me and she's like, "What?" I'm like, "Yeah, sorry, they don't have those now. They're gone."
Okay, sorry, I just got distracted by one phrase. And that was
Sorry.
off we go. We didn't have it at the start.
To be fair, we've been
It
pretty
was literally just structured settlement.
Yeah,
It
that's all
was
it takes.
gone.
It was worth it. The McDonald's near me got rid of their place during COVID, or right after COVID. That was it. They had it forever.
We then also stated that they used to allow kids parties at McDonald's
yeah.
as well. We don't have
Yep.
that anymore. At some point,
went
that
there.
was phased out.
Yeah, the Ronald McDonald guy showed up sometimes.
Yep.
Yeah, I think it got phased out when they got rid of all those characters.
Well, the characters are still around. Like,
Or when
just
Chuck E.
less
Cheese honed in on their fucking business.
have them. But yeah. You guys will. I'm not going to give you any random encounters or anything on your way to Blingdenstone.
Thank God.
We'll just crack on through. You will begin to see in the distance there is a large, it has all of the, kind of trappings of like a large settlement that you would see on the surface, but instead of being like, magnificent above ground, you pretty much get this big, or you can see in the distance this big kind of entry tunnel almost that then digs into the ground, beyond which is kind of more just general underdark terrain essentially, but it would seem that Blingdenstone is largely an underground settlement in the Underdark. But as you get closer, you can see that there are definite signs of activity. You will come across quarries, mines, fields and fields of mushrooms that are being cultivated. Much like, as I said, you would find in a regular city on the surface, but Underdark featured, essentially. You can see that there are trade caravans now traveling on the road and other roads that lead from this main gate in the distance. The closer you get, the activities will you know, you'll be able to hear the mining activities going on. The sounds of industries kind of get louder, and you're welcome, if you wish to stop by any of these mines or farms or anything like that on your way in. Otherwise, the main gate, air quotes, will lie in front of you. It is essentially a massive door set inside a descending staircase. Think of it like almost like the entryway to, I don't mean this to sound the way it might, but like the entryway to a ziggurat or a mausoleum or something like that, where the steps kind of descend into this structured area, and in front of you there will be this massive gateway. The door itself appears to be metallic in nature. And there's like an interesting mechanism in play here. You can see that there are wagons that essentially stop at the top of these stairs and are secured onto these giant sleds, which are then pulled by a massive chain down these slopes towards the gate area itself. You can see that the mechanism that powers this is being run by what is obviously an earth elemental that has been magicked to essentially use this stuff. The tunnel that they travel down is essentially wide enough for the sleds, but there is very, very little clearance around them. So it would be very difficult for you to perhaps sneak onto them or anything like that. And you can see that the wagons, before they go down and placed into these sleds, there are... Yeah, no, that's my default.
Pretty much all the
this
elementals
is where
are
it goes.
Hearthstone or World of Warcraft.
The wagons are all inspected before they're allowed to progress down to the next level. So there is like a little bit of a queue built up, but it would seem that people on feet or on foot even are allowed to travel down to the gate down these stairs. Now, one thing to note about the stairs is that the steps themselves are not built for regular sized people. They are built for gnomish feet. So essentially they're considered difficult terrain if you are medium or larger creatures, because you're walking down these tiny, almost half-sized steps. So if you've ever walked down like a really steep staircase, that's what you're looking at. So you're
It's like when the hill is like this,
yep,
and you're like every step has to plant
every step
fully.
is danger. Like, you can give me an int check actually as you come across this.
Oh, I've been on fire with these. Let's go. Oh my god, look
Ooh,
out.
good job.
Is there a glasses store somewhere? I think I should pick some up.
There is, if you, now that you think about this sort of terrain is obviously ideally suited for, like, defending this structure if you were a deep gnome. It makes it incredibly difficult for anyone that is not of your kind to assault the fort, so to speak. It's a very smart way of designing your structures with that sort of military goal in mind, to make things incredibly difficult. As you progress down, you'll see that this massive gate is not only made of steel, but you can see kind of parts of it are mithril and parts of it are plated with adamantine. Like, this door is tough, durable, and there is another material in this door as well that you will not be able to identify. Like, it is an unknown factor.
We've got adamantine in the group, so we know how strong that is. Yeah. Alone.
Yep.
And I'll point it out to the group, obviously. Like, hey,
You can
Harlow's
see
not here to do the guard thing, so let me tell you what's going on.
you can see at the gate that there are two groups of deep gnomes that flank the gate, and they are essentially greeting travelers here. And it looks like one of them is sort of scanning them with a gemstone. So there's two groups of 4 deep gnomes either side of this gate. Again, you will... Essentially, there'll be a small queue waiting to get in. And after perhaps maybe 10 minutes per party, 3 groups in front of you will be welcomed in, and it will be your turn. The guards will look you over. And... right?
I will stare down at them.
And seeing that you have a drow companion and a... Excuse me.
I can speak Dwarven.
You have a gelatinous cube with you. The guards will instantly go on the defensive. And they will say
you'll be like...
in Undercommon. State
How
your
you...
name, business, why we should not execute you on the spot.
How you'd be like... She'll answer I speak Undercommon and I speak Dwarven.
Okay.
They're gnomes, though, right?
They are.
They're under gnomes?
Yeah.
Deep names, yeah.
Yeah, but I speak... But she'll speak in Undercommon. She'll be like... I know. I can't even remember where we picked up the drow chick, actually. Where did we pick her up?
Just before we hit Greckelstug.
Yep.
Yeah, she was being basically used as a sacrifice, right?
She was being used
powering
for
the
fodder
ship.
for that ship.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. She'll be like, explaining that we're not with drow, besides a single drow. She was being used as sacrifice. And this is a sentient gelatinous cube. He's friendly. He'll clean up things if you want him to. He's pretty chill. He'll give you gifts. We are currently collecting rocks. He's had a bad time, okay?
Give me a persuasion roll with disadvantage.
Good luck, Halia.
Oh god, she says. Oh god.
With a plus 10. Oh, God.
Casual 30 on a disadvantage. No biggie.
God damn.
That was a 7.
That's a Lazuli
16.
roll right there.
Yeah.
Disgusting.
She still rolled crazy numbers, 16 and a 17.
Not even a crit.
Not even. Exactly.
So do you tell
It's
them...
been a rough time, alright?
Do you tell them that you're being pursued by the drow? Sorry, just to be clear, or is that not part of your explanation?
No.
Tell them, you're being escorted to the top side, so.
I say we're being escorted to the top side. I just say we've had a rough time
And
with
what
things.
did you say?
I just said we're not with other drow.
What did
just
you say about how
said
the
that.
drow joined your group?
She was to be used as a sacrifice. That's all I said. For a boat.
Yeah, I'm just clarifying, just to be sure. God will converse with his companions briefly. We'll say,
I've got comprehend languages, so they can talk in any fucking
Yeah, well,
language,
they're
and
just-
I can understand them.
yeah, they're
Fuck
being-
you guys.
They're being quiet, alright, fucker? I don't care about your passive fucking perception, which is gone, and I don't care about your comprehend languages if they're whispering.
My passive perception is 12.
I like it.
14.
Nice.
Good. No more
10.
of that bullshit, right? So they will converse very quietly between themselves, briefly, and they will say, one of them can come in, the other stays outside. This city has come under attack recently by several of its kind, sentient or otherwise. He will point his little spear in the direction of Glabagul.
Didn't you threaten my Glabagul?
Are you saying this to the guards? You getting feisty?
No,
with them?
she's thinking it.
Okay, I'm just being clear because
I'm not doing that again.
this
Wait.
one, we don't like Drow in particular, but
Yeah.
that is a historical disagreement. It was the Drow that many years ago.
It's okay. I understand. We understand. We don't like them very much either. No offense. She'll say to the chick, no offense.
Yeah.
Your kind suck.
You under attack by slimes?
Oozes like that.
Different kind of oozes, I think.
I
What's the
assume they're
difference between
common now,
oozes?
right?
And, like,
Oh right, yeah. I guess I wouldn't have known that. Yeah.
would I know that?
What, that slimes are slightly different to oozes?
Yeah, like the
Oozes are what they've been attacked by, so
yeah, like do I know like the separation? It's the question. Because aren't oozes like more hostile than the other ones?
oozes are hostile, generally speaking. Like,
Comparatively.
What are the ones that fucked me up in the fountain? What were those?
The black
the black
ooze things?
puddings?
Black puddings.
Yeah.
Yes, that's what they were.
They're just a variant of
Okay.
oozes.
Yeah, Boris is like, oh shit, this is bad.
You found out that was a temple to,
Yeah, I think we did.
We did. It wasn't
let
me.
me go back to my notes. Oozes everywhere.
I'm just getting turned to Glabagul. Can you eat other oozes? Just out of curiosity. She's going to be asking that right in front of the other guys anyway. I don't know, can Glabagul understand Undercommon? I'd assume he could.
he's telepathic. Yeah,
Yeah, he speaks to our brains.
he's good.
But if I'm speaking, would he understand that if he's speaking in my brain? Like, because you got to think before you speak, right? Like, usually.
Sometimes, yeah, that's a very. In theory, you should, yes, but
Yeah, like,
sometimes the mouth runs faster than the brain can go.
We did not find out what the temple we found Glabagul in was.
but how you was going to ask that in Undercommon right in front of the guards? Be like, can you actually eat other, like, oozes? Like, out of pure curiosity than anything. I can't remember if he ate the other oozes that we killed.
So if it's an ooze of a different kind, they may consume it. But if it's the same kind of ooze, because oozes tend to be what they call mindless predators. It's more of like they will instinctively just avoid each other, unless it's something that's like threatening their territory that doesn't belong, like something that's not of their kind of thing.
I don't know how the guards are going to react when she asks that to Glabagul. Like, can you eat other oozes? They're probably going to be like, that will be handy, actually.
You ask it in front of them. Glabagul will
Yeah.
say,
Yeah.
those.
That's good to know. That's handy.
The guards will say,
They'll hear my side of it, but
yeah,
yeah.
the guards will say, his kind, its kind, even.
Is it like the same kind of looking thing, or is it different?
Roll me persuasion. You're trying to bluff them for information. Of course.
Dirty 20, no
Just
biggie.
making you roll. Casual 20s, yep.
Her passive might as well be a fucking 20 at this point.
Yeah, I know. The guys will say, like that and others together.
Guessing none of them can talk, though.
I'm trying to communicate with them.
They usually do if you get close enough. If they can. That's how he scared the shit out of us.
Great. He's not coming in.
Do I have, or can I roll history on, like, if I've ever known oozes to be sentient?
Yeah, go for it. Given you got a crit earlier on, the only known sentient ooze that I don't know how you were aware of all the demon lords, but you got a crit on them. The only known sentient ooze, historically, has been an entity called Jubilex. Jubilex is one of the 8 demon lords. So yeah, the guys were like, listen, I don't care if it can sing a theme tune, dance, spin on its end, do whatever you want. That thing ain't coming in. We've been under attack by a variety of different oozes acting in unison, assaulting various parts of the city, and brazenly inviting another one that you say is able to think on its own.
You want to come say hi and test out the theory? He can tell you himself.
It can assert its intelligence by staying outside.
Is this still an undercommon?
Yes, the conversation has been, so there's not been any need to switch.
How you will turn and translate.
This has been a very long conversation.
Yeah.
How you will translate.
Okay. If tell him Glabagool will leave, but he not to be harmed when he leaved. He not gonna do any damage.
Should relay that.
He'll switch to common and reply, you can leave your lost little puppy gelatinous cube outside like a good boy, and he does nothing wrong, that's fine. He does anything aggressive, there's any sign of attack, we find a skeleton floating in midair where it shouldn't be, it's gonna be dropped.
But he like eat drow. What if it's drow skeleton?
He's gonna pause and be like,
7 charisma. Here we go.
Yeah.
I think we have seen him eat a drow.
Yeah, when we first met him, he had a drow in him. I thought we had a drow mace, so I guess I'm just assuming it was a drow.
No, I think he did. He had like a half-eaten drow thing.
But I will tell
I was gonna say,
Gabagool.
as endearing as that would be,
Like,
Still
if
not getting
you get
it.
any drow bodies and you need to get rid of it, just chuck it in him and he'll eat it. That's fine.
Be
listen,
like-
lady, things between us and oozes right now, not so great. I'm not gonna feed a potential enemy.
I'm gonna turn to Glabagool and be like, buddy, you gotta go wait down at beach, because they're not gonna let you in. And I think they will kill you if you stay. Not the beach, the lake.
Head back to whoever's back at the boat.
Oh, it was a
Nobody.
long walk here from the lake, wasn't it?
I mean, considering he can only move at 20 foot a turn, yeah. He's slow as shit, boy. It's like, yep.
I don't know what else to tell him. Yeah, so
Okay. Do I still have to carry the rocks?
mm,
Carry it until you get back to the boat.
Maybe I'll look around.
Mm,
not here.
If you find any aggressive oozes, attack them.
Sure, yeah.
yeah.
Okay.
If you find any aggressive oozers, kill them.
If you feel like you wait too long, we maybe not come back because we're trying to go to surface. So you're free to leave. Thanks for help.
We could always ask, get permission. There's a queen and king here, right?
Yeah.
Okay.
Sure.
Kill some oozers.
Okay,
We're gonna talk to a king queen. The guys are probably gonna be like, "What?"
He will say, "Okay, friends. I will see you when you return."
Okay, friend. I'll bring you back a present.
Okay.
I'll find some mundane shit to shove in him.
Do I make any connections between oozes attacking and Jubilex with a 12?
No.
Okay.
Although,
Man, oozes attacking
hang on,
is weird.
you've been given a lot of I'd give you advantage on it, so it wouldn't be a 12, it would be a 20.
Dirty
Cool.
20. Lots of dirty
Um,
20s. Days.
Like, it would make sense that if there was odd activity, such as, I don't know, a sentient ooze randomly appearing, and oozes of different kinds acting in unison, that something or someone has the ability to influence their behaviors or direct them. Yeah, that wouldn't be a big stretch. Who would be doing that? It might not be Jubilex, it might be something else, but I mean, you don't have any information outside of that.
Oozes seem sus.
But usually, oozes don't communicate, and usually oozes do not like oozes of other kinds. They are food. Keep in mind, they're mindless predators. Like, they don't really...
Except Glabagool.
Well, with the exception of Glabagool, they're not really like the thinking kinds, like the collaborate and, you know, join forces. Like, you could have the dumbest of creatures, like, what's a really stupid creature? It's like a kobold? No, they're kind of smart sometimes.
Trolls.
Even simple creatures group up, have pack
Moles.
tactics, and, you know,
Yeah,
attack in
wolves.
that sense. Yeah, and they have like a very low
Three?
in
3 or 4
it
int,
is
I
for-
think. Yeah, right, yeah.
Hyenas.
But they have some, if you like, tactical acumen in that they understand pack tactics, they understand following orders, they understand coordinating attacks and drawing out weaker prey, that kind of shit. Slimes don't have any of that, historically speaking. They are literally like opportunistic. Oh hey, something's got caught in my jiggly bits. Yum yum. Like
Tasty.
literally,
Yeah.
that's it. They just slop around the place, cleaning as they go.
It's like opportunistic is even too strong of a word, right? It's
Yeah.
like accidental most of the time for those guys.
Yep, 100%.
Can Glabagool communicate with other oozes?
Have you asked him?
If we tried that, remember.
I don't think it was ever tried.
They were a little too busy fucking me up, from what I recall. So yeah.
How
But
far has he gotten so
he
far?
left a little behind too. Yeah.
How far has he gotten
it's
so
not
far?
that far.
How you will run up to him to ask.
And he's
He'll literally
slower
say,
than you, hell yeah.
He will say, yeah, he is slower than you. He will literally reply, "They've never answered back."
They've never answered back. She'll
Mm.
trot her way back.
Sounds a little weird to me. We
Jim
good to
Jar.
go in now.
Jim Jar will be speaking to, like, he'll sidle up to one of the guards and be like, "Listen, pal. These guys don't want to really at it, but pretty vicious drow hunting. This one," and he'll look at I'm never gonna remember a fucking
Lyritha.
no, the drow's name.
Oh, the drow.
Yeah,
That I don't know anymore.
I'm literally Talindra. I'm making a fucking note. Sorry, chat. I know you get to see this scene over and over. Fucking Talindra. Why is that so?
Well, if it's any consolation, the group has forgotten about her too. So
Yeah. Most impactful NPC, huh? God damn.
She ain't been with us in combat. That's the only way you earn a name.
yep. It's the only reason we know Darrendel's names.
So
Topsy and Turvy.
The only
Which is
reason
fine.
for the twins. Yep.
even
Even fucking. Oh well, I forgot the drow's name actually, but he died for us.
Sarah.
Dareth. Yep. See, it came to me.
it basically like, oh, drow been on our asses since we escaped Velkenvelve, that place. We've been all over the Dark Lake and seen some shit, right? And these folks just trying to get up to the surface, trying to get out. And here's where we are now. God's gonna look at you all and be like, "This true?"
I'm their escort. Back to the surface to safety.
Yeah.
Which, he's gonna kind of like lean on his spear a little. You're like, "How you pissed off?"
Which drow did you piss off?
Like,
Ilvara.
just like a minor drow, or what rank were they?
A bitch.
Priestess.
Drow?
Mistress Ilvara. is
Mistress
what you're-
Ilvara. That was it.
A high priestess? Oh.
I'm sure Vallis would happily answer all these questions accurately. Yes, of course.
I'll
I actually
answer
don't.
In
Yeah, I don't remember if she was a high priestess, but yeah.
She was just a drow priestess, is what I have in my notes.
You know what? You guys can come in. Because this one's with you. Getting an escort. We're taking you straight to the chief. Tell him your story. We'll see what we can do with you. You'll have 4 guards with you as you're escorted through the maze. All the way to the chief. What he thinks of your tale.
Okay, that worked.
Just gonna have a little look at stuff with this gem. Make sure you're on the up and up. No one's pretending to be somebody they're not.
Oh, okay.
Okay.
Everyone's gonna be completely decked out in magical items, and Laritha is just there like, you got
They're gonna be like, "You're the escort."
Yeah.
Mm.
One of the guards is gonna have a look. Thing. got an actual thing, guys.
Oh damn.
Hmm. Um.
Is Lime or not Lime? God damn, Lime's in chat, so I say Lime. Is Sis secretly a drow?
It's this guy's basically going to look over the group very quickly through this gem, and yeah, there's nobody hiding here. No sneaky dwarfs. Everyone's who they seem to be. They can go. And you'll get essentially waved.
Yes, I'm naturally a midget.
She's slow. Yep, it's true. Probably give her the boots. Now that I'm thinking about it.
You know?
You not heard of Gracklestug? Dwarves that can go invisible?
Yes.
Well, I
Like-
can't say that.
Oh, yeah,
I was
yeah.
never there.
You're not one of those
Yeah,
kind of dwarves, so not really bothered about you, but you're never too sure.
I don't like it there. I don't like it there.
Right.
I did not like
right,
it there.
Do you understand why we might have some
Yeah.
concerns about invisible people sneaking their way in?
Yeah, I get it. I get it. I picked up that spell too for that reason alone. Yep.
Good talker, but
Yep.
not much going on up there, huh?
No, I've been traumatized lately. Yep.
Right. This way. So, basically, you're going to get escorted through what it's called the maze.
I hate mazes.
It's not much of a maze, but here, if I move you over to this, how much of this can you see?
All of it.
You can see all of it? Cool. So you're
Mhm.
over here.
Over
Grand
where?
staircase coming down. This area here
Ah.
is the maze.
I see. Kill zone.
Essentially, yeah.
Tower defense.
Exactly that, right? You can see that, again,
Mhm.
you rolled well on your int anyway. Like, this whole area is designed to essentially trap invaders and make it so that the defenders have every advantage available to deal with any intruders. But you will be escorted rather rapidly through the not only the maze, but then there's another area called they tell you it's called the Gauntlet. There are, as you approach, there's basically two big guard towers with another one of these massive doors. Although you can see that there are like shuttered windows in this tower and in the doors as well, where people would have firing points to basically bring down on you if you were to get through the maze, get through the initial doors, and get to this point. Behind this, as the gates open and you are escorted through, you will see that there is a large tunnel which has about a 30-foot high ceiling. You can see, in fact, give me a perception check as you go into this tunnel.
Secret tunnel.
Excuse me.
There we go.
Yeah, so Lyritha. Lyritha. Like lied. Yeah, okay. I'll get there. You can see that there are some gems in this tunnel, in the ceiling, placed about maybe they're maybe about sort of 30 feet apart in this tunnel, and very, very regularly you'll see several of these. They have a a sort of certain glow to them, not too different, not too dissimilar to the gem that was being used to detect, essentially see invisibility at the initial gate, although these are different gems. At the far end of the tunnel, you'll find that there is a smaller door. This one you can see is a stone door. However, again, reinforced with adamantine. You recognize this material. You have some within your group. There are alcoves that flank this door, however. They appear to be about 15 foot high, about halfway up the tunnel itself, and on either side of the door. You will be able to guess, it's relatively obvious. These are, like, again, to shoot down on anyone who has made it this far, like as a last resort kind of thing. But all in all, from the areas that you've seen so far in what is known as Outer Blingdenstone, it's very clear that the people here are very very paranoid, very conscientious about defending under siege, ensuring that they have every advantage possible. However, as the small doors open, oh god, don't do it. You're instantly greeted. Essentially, you leave the dark tunnel behind. You step into what looks like another world. These aren't sinister drow caverns or harsh bare stone, but a subterranean land of warm colours, welcoming smells. The deep gnomes you see are going about their business, kind of will look up at you with suspicion, but you will almost instinctively know that you face no threat from them, unlike as you experienced in the the areas with the Darrow, where their suspicious glances were barely masking murderous intent and rage behind their maddened eyes. Here, you're greeted as being sus, but not openly hostile. The guard you've been speaking to will kind of pause and like open his arms wide, showing you the city below, and will say, "Welcome to Blingdenstone, travelers. Not many make it this far." You're then going to be escorted all the way down. To double check where it is. Yeah, so you're essentially going to be escorted down south through a variety of different tunnels. I'm not going to spend too much time explaining them, but essentially, the areas you're traveling through, these are not necessarily one big chamber, but they're like a series of interconnected tunnels. The interconnected tunnels, caves, and pockets that the Snufneblin have essentially worked, widened, used them as homes, workshops, vending stalls, places of worship, storerooms, and the like. All of the chambers, with the exception of the residential ones, have been made with medium-sized creatures in mind. Unlike the defenses on the way in and everything you've seen kind of up until this point, where everything is designed for all folk. Everything in here is quite brightly lit, bioluminescent fungi everywhere. Caged giant fire beetles pocket the areas, and there are even sort of magical lights that paint a very colourful picture inside the city. It's not just, a soft yellow glow here. There might be orange hues, white hues, red hues, blue hues. Like it's a myriad of different colours.
It's got some bling.
Yep, bling. in the Blingden Stone.
Blingden Stone, yeah.
Ta-da. You got it. You'll mostly be escorted by the guards through like a large residential area where you can see that the main the main tunnel branches off into several smaller tunnels. There are lots of little dwelling homes, caves, windows, etc. that clearly denote what they are supposed to be used for. But you will eventually be taken to a larger kind of area. You'll find that there are 24 or so Snufneblin occupying this large and well-lit tavern. Some of them are moving briskly with messenger pouches in hand. Others are huddled around stone tables covered in maps and other papers. They're all talking in hushed but serious tones. The back of the room itself is dominated by a raised dais carved from the rock of the cavern floor, top of which rests 2 stone desks facing each other. 2 Snufneblin, one male, one female, sit behind the desks, conferring with advisors and each other. They're going about their business. However, they will pause what they're doing and turn to you as you enter. You are quite clearly standing out here. There are very few medium or larger creatures in this city. So anywhere you go, you will stand out by at least, well, maybe not Hellier, but everyone else will stand out by at least kind of twice as much as the other folk. The male deep gnome, I'm just going to call them deep gnomes because easier, will stop what he's doing, kind of stand up as you enter. What have you brought me? The guard will...
In what language?
This will be in Undercommon. The guard will reply and state that this group claim to be...
Hellier will be whispering the translation.
This group claimed to be under pursuit by the Drow. They arrived with a smart ooze in tow who has remained outside, and this Drow. However, she is only half Drow, and also another victim they claim to have met in their travels. Probably best you ask them, boss. So he will turn to you all, and in common will switch and say, forgive me, my common is not as good as perhaps it should be, but what brings you to my halls? You sound like you have quite the tale to tell. Some of it sounding quite far-fetched.
I'm just an escort. They can tell their tale.
It has been very traumatic.
Very long. We've been down here months.
We have seen things
What things?
that I cannot unsee.
Demon lords.
Demon lords, giant spiders, lots of weird
Spiders.
things.
Really?
Giant with 2 heads.
Yep. What was that thing that attacked us that tried to get our soul? That guy?
Yeah. Can't
Whatever
remember.
that guy was. Yep.
I remember what you're talking about. I don't remember what it was, but I do remember what you're talking about. Lots of bad stuff happening.
Oh,
down
and
here.
those weird tree shape-shifting things.
Yeah.
Yep, whatever those are. Yes, a smart, what is it? Gelatinous cube. That was interesting. He's lovely. He's a friend. He's currently searching for hostile oozes outside the walls, and he's gonna eat them, so... A friend died.
Yeah, Neverlight is lost. Demons take that over, and so they take over Stooply Duke too. So you have 2 of them at least. 2 demon lords down here, at least.
Yep.
I will say that there might be a connection with another demon lord here. I have heard of one other sentient ooze, aside from the one that they travel with,
Mm-hmm.
is Jubilex.
Ours is named Glabagool, so... He was stuck in a temple.
There could be a correlation between oozes attacking and Jubilex.
And your purpose here?
I am to escort them to the surface.
We're dropping off things.
We
and
have-
can't remember what else we're here for.
There is need of their information on the surface.
Yeah, we here to
find
leave.
out how to move forward with the information happening down here.
Okay. He's gonna
I
look.
could offer up lines of communication with you and the Order of the Gauntlet to keep you informed.
He's gonna look at his companion, the female deep gnome. He's gonna nod to him, and he'll turn back to you and say, "Well, Seni seems to think that you're telling the truth, even though your tales are quite far-fetched. If
Yes, me, I know.
you are welcome to stay here temporarily. You will find safe haven away from your pursuers, at least. On the condition there was no trouble here. Do I have your agreement on that?
Yep.
The only interest we have here is getting to the surface, if you know of a way.
Regarding that, as my guard alluded to, we have been having some troubles of late that are occupying much of our resources. As such, I am unable really to spare any to guide you from here to the surface until such times as these matters have been addressed. But there are ways, and unfortunately for you, we do not let outsiders purchase our maps or borrow them.
We could
Well-
offer assistance here, correct?
What about
After the
Jimjar?
threat is
Jimjar's not outsider. He from here, right?
No, it was the other two.
He's gonna look at Jimjar and be like, yes, and he will be getting no maps either.
Okay. Wow. All right. He a hero, for the record. Been with us since the beginning. So,
Checked your coin purse lately?
Hellia takes care of my coin, thank you.
Mm-hmm.
I don't keep gold on me. Can't steal gold if I don't have any on me.
Exactly. That's the way I look at it.
But Jim Jar knows the gold's in the bag too.
Yeah.
He also
We
knows
hear,
I'd
though.
stab him, so...
Yeah, true. We hear, so I mean, if we can help, we might as well.
She wouldn't just stab him, she would, like, psychic attack him and everything. Like,
You'd roll your skull and use whatever the fuck that was on him.
yeah. I literally have a skull attached to my belt. Like, it's probably bedazzled by this point.
Well,
What's the Phasera situation here, by the way?
you're not seeing much, if any,
Interesting.
fact, on the inside of the settlement.
Curious.
Or at least in the areas that you have traveled through so far.
Is there any, like, sounds?
I mean, other than the hustle bustle of a settlement, which it actually sounds kind of like it's weird, but it sounds like a friendly working city that you would find on the surface, just maybe slightly more echoey. So Dorbo, D-O-R-B-O, Dorbo, is going to look to his partner. Okay. You want to help? Sure. There's a couple of things that we could use some help with. First of all, whose problems? Like he doesn't say like, it was me. The oozes are getting in and becoming dangerous. We've been hearing rumors that there's some monster, some magic in the northwest of Blingdenstone that might be causing these problems, might be the source of the problems. You say this Jubilex is a problem. We just don't know. And it's not like any one type is just coming at us. There are all kinds coming together. It's never been like that before. We don't know enough about it to deal with it. You seem to have a handle on some of the things going on here. Perhaps you could investigate that, deal with the problem, and that would certainly free up most of our resources. Or, if you are less potentially, well, no, not even less dangerous. We have a slight issue with a clan of deep. No, they are the Gold Whisker clan. They suffer from an affliction.
Yeah, we know them. We had a couple.
They were excommunicated willingly.
I have a bit of a population problem. As you can probably understand, space is a bit of a premium down here, and digging out more space, finding new homes, things like that, it's an expense, it takes time, and it's something that we can't readily spare at the moment. But these creatures are just taking up space that could be used to house our... And the woman stands up at this point and kind of like puts her hands down on the table and like thrusts them down. Like, we've had this discussion before. They belong here just as much as we do. And then Dora will be like, as you can see, there's something of a disagreement about how we should handle them. My partner here agrees that they belong in the city just as much as we do, and that they're entitled to their space just as much as we are. They deserve to be a part of our community, despite the dangers that they pose to us all. However, due to their natures, they are incredibly aggressive and territorial. Any efforts to... And he'll kind of like shifty eyes towards Senny. Any efforts to communicate with them have not gone well. We've been unable to parley with them so far, and... Well... Perhaps you could broker some peace by speaking to them, their leader, and seeing if he will at least come to sit at the table. If not, then we might have a civil war on our hands, and yeah, that's just what we need right now. So it's up to you. Those are two things that could potentially help us. If you agree to assist us with one or both of those, then I can see to it that you have rooms. At the Foaming Mug would probably be the best place. That's an inn here. Not too far. Went it myself. Nice and safe, away from all of the dangers. It's in the very opposite side of the city, and you can get you can eat, drink, rest. You look as though you might be travel weary, long on the roads or lakes, and the rooms there are sized for, well, bigger people. You won't find yourself hitting your head on the ceiling or your legs dangling out the end of the bed there.
How tall is Boris compared to Lyretha?
How tall is Boris?
Boris is 6'2". So he's not super tall.
Taller, yeah, okay.
The Snuffnebnen are like 3 feet tall, 2 to 3 feet tall. So compared to them, both of you are giants. Hell, even Helya's like what, half a head taller than them?
Probably, yeah.
She was distracted. She probably didn't hear my question. Helya.
What?
Oh my god. How tall is Helya?
Fucking short, okay?
Right. But these guys are like 2 to 3 feet tall, so she's probably a little bit taller than them.
I'm 4'7", okay?
So you're actually a decent size taller than them.
That's pretty tall for a dwarf, isn't it?
It is.
Yeah.
Still short ass, but on the tall side.
I rolled my height, so...
Are these terms agreeable?
Fine with me.
Agreeable. Boris, I have a question though. Do you Uza's coming after Gold Whiskers too, or not going after? Do you know?
We have no communication with the Gold Whiskers.
Okay, right. Well, I didn't know if you had spies or whatever, but okay.
We did.
They probably did.
Given their affliction, he'll kind of lean forward, they were able to sniff them out.
Okay. We see what we can do.
Oh, one other thing. Pay no heed to the ghosts. And he'll kind of like nod and smile, like enthusiastically.
What ghost?
Ghosts, yes. You might see them flitting around. Just relics of the massacre of the Deep Gnomes 500 years or so ago. Wandering lost souls. Some of them are a little bit more aware than others. Some of them are simply shadows, echoes of their former selves, going about their day-to-day, probably not even realizing that they are not here anymore. Some of them can be a little bit grumpy, but just pay them no heed. You'll be fine.
Okay.
All right.
Yep. We try to avoid ghosts then.
I'm not sure I could do anything to a ghost anyway.
That reminds me, actually.
How does one kill a ghost?
Well, you use Dawn. Dawn killed ghost easy. But I'm going to point to our new companion and be like, when boars fight slime before, they destroy his armor completely. Now he got this. But she don't got stuff like that. So how can she fight?
I don't use armor.
Yeah, he's going to look her up and down and be like, I would seem she's gifted with a natural armor.
I'm going to pull out my sword and be like, okay, but her sword not like this. It melt.
Hmm. There is that slime issue, isn't there?
Mm-hmm.
I will give her the +1 drow dagger if we still have it.
Oh. No, I think that was
Nope,
on,
that was with Harlow.
Harlow. Yeah, Harlow had the rapier and the dagger, so both those magic weapons are gone. And Glabagool has our mace, and he just left too. So.
Yeah.
um,
Sadly, I don't have any of much coin on me to buy anything, so I can make do with what I have for now.
How much is a magical weapon gonna
we
be?
just get if you
A
have
lot.
extra axes, so she can just keep swinging. That worked too, I think. We just
I
need
kinda like
lots.
that idea.
We just need lots.
I would need someone behind me to hand me the
Yeah.
axes as they're destroyed.
We got our NPCs with us.
Yeah. Yep.
Give Jim Jar the head.
Humanoid autoloader.
Yep.
You have some coin, you said?
Coin do we
Yeah.
have? I actually don't know.
Oh, let me look at my
lot.
notes. Hang on.
A
We
lot.
do have.
Not as much as you think. We have a total of, with a patch, 283 gold. You guys do. But we also have 3 amethysts we could sell. I doubt Vallis is willing to give out diamonds.
Oh, he's got Revivify, so
I've got like gold bracelets and shit in the bag of holding and stuff. I
If
think.
you have access to things that you can pay, barter, and whatnot, I might be able to. You have to understand, most of what we make is not exactly. He's going to look you up and down, sized appropriately for
Oh, wait.
others.
Add
But-
320 gold.
But you have 320 gold on you?
Like 500.
It was in that extra bag of holding.
Ah, yes. Yep.
oh yeah, yep. We had a couple. Yeah, that's right. Yep.
However, we do have a supply of, let us say, acquired equipment that has been kept from when we were attacked by the drow. Some time ago, but I'm sure if anything is of the nature you're seeking, that the passage of time will not have affected it in too drastic of a way. I could certainly make that available to you, but we keep such things secure, so rest and we can discuss that tomorrow.
Out of character, you could sell that extra bag of holding for a pretty penny.
How much are they worth?
500 gold, isn't it?
Ain't bad. I mean, if it's getting you upgraded, I don't mind. But it is technically Vallis's bag, although he hasn't been here since
We have 3 bags.
We do.
Vallis had one. Helia had
Vallis has
one.
got one, Helia's got one, and then you got one from the Garden of Horrors.
Yeah, like that's
Also,
what I
we have a
said.
Third.
Yeah, like I said, Vallis has a bag. I had a bag. He got the hand in the bag because Vallis was the closest.
Okay. Well, then Vallis technically has 2 bags because I'm pretty sure I gave him the other bag. So
Yeah,
we have an extra. You're correct.
so we can sell one. Yeah.
Yeah, we can sell one. Okay, so we got a little bit extra gold then. Okay, cool. But yep,
What
sounds
we
good.
might
We go
do
to the inn.
is do that off camera. Just be like, here's a list of shit that they've got, and it will cost you this much. Save us fucking around too much, so you can kind of get something ideal. But with that, I think send you off to the call it the frothy mug, the foaming mug. The inn is down all the way down in this corner in the bottom left of the map. Like literally, it's the boroughs, the 3 boroughs in the bottom left of the map. You'll be escorted there. The guards will not abandon you. You will find that you have different guards with you in the morning. But we'll take your rest unless there's anything else you wish to do. We'll assume you level up. Essentially, I know you've done it already, but rest at this point, level up, and
Again, or you mean level up the first time?
All right, yeah, nice.
Oh yeah, level 8. Let's go.
Yeah.
Listen, I tell you what.
Oh, what feat do I want?
Depending on what you get up to in Blingdenstone, I might let you level at the end of Blingdenstone as well. I'm just saying.
Nice.
So please put that in the notes. So we've
Put in the
definitely got
notes. One of us has to die.
Yep.
So to ensure we get a level at the end of
you go.
Blingdenstone, and
Trauma
we're good to go.
XP. Yep.
Yes, the trauma bonus. It's like rested EXP. You get a bonus.
It is, right? Yeah. All right. That brings us very conveniently to the end of today's session. So let's pop the intermission up. Look at that. Brand new advert stuff, all updated. Look at me. I managed to actually do something before the session and not forget about it. Woo!
Yay!
Just a quick reminder. This coming week, we should have Tuesday's game. We should have Friday's game. But then I am away for the next 2 weeks after that. So Christmas and New Year, essentially, those 2 weeks, I will not be streaming games, running games, or anything like that. So there will be a little gap until the new year. We will be here next week, however, so I'm not going to wish you all happy Christmas here just yet. I'll do that next week. But yeah, that's going to be it for today's session. Thank you guys for being here and playing. Thank you guys for hanging out with us in the chat, as always. Very much appreciated. That's going to be it for today. Please do the usual YouTube platitudes: like, share, subscribe, drop us a comment below. Maybe, comment on a standout moment or a bit you thought was particularly funny, as long as it's not the random advert that only the Americans will understand. You can comment on that if you want to. I don't care.
Understand, please.
Yeah,
I would love to know how many. Those of us that know it are all
As soon
from
as you
Michigan.
heard structured settlement,
Right.
knew exactly what was going on.
See, we're all from Michigan, so it makes sense that we understand this. But does anybody else in America understand this?
Maggie knew it. Yeah, Lime said, "I have a
But Maggie-
settlement."
but
with
Maggie's
Maggie,
from
and
up
Maggie
there
responded
as well,
in kind.
right?
Yeah, Maggie's
Yeah,
from
she's
Michigan.
also
Though. Yes,
Michigan.
yeah.
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 So, anyway, let us know if you know what the fuck they're on about in the comments below.
Oh, you're
because
gonna get spammed with commercials inside the chat.
spam the comments. Yes. Also,
No,
like
I
the
mean-
video.
In our comments.
Oh, okay.
Our
Fair-
threads.
In our Discord, yeah. Get
right.
ready.
That I'm not so much interested in, but yeah.
Okay.
On the YouTube comments, yeah, fire away. But yeah, that's going to be it for today. We'll be back on Tuesday with some more Phandelver and Below, Shadow Obelisk, which is our Tuesday campaign of the moment. 8 p.m. GMT or 3 p.m. EST, I think.
Yep. Yes, it is.
new 2024 rules set for that game, not hardcore.
Ooh.
Very fun, and we get to find out what happens in the aftermath of them dealing with the Red Brands in the Red Brand hideout after the apprehension of a certain glass staff. So that should be quite interesting.
And apparently, if we don't go back in there, we leveled also.
Yeah, so that I'm waiting for you guys to confirm in the comments if you can be bothered to go clear out like the 5 enemies that are in there still. It's like, do you want
3
to
of
do
whom
it?
we've locked up.
Yeah. But yeah, that's going to be it for today. We're going to be back on Tuesday. Also, a quick reminder, in the new year, our Sunday sessions will be starting up again. So you'll be spoiled for choice. Back up to 3 games a week in the new year. So that's
right.
That's it for today. We'll be back on Tuesday. Until then, please do take it easy. And as always, if it's easy, take it